question I have was house or condo?
That's a good one. That's a good question.
Ooh. So a lot of times it's the answer is really what you can afford, right? And
Okay.
I don't think I think if you really had your house set on or your mind set on getting a house today, but you can only afford a condo, I don't think that should stop you. I think you should use that as kind of building blocks. And this also goes for region. A lot of people that I meet with, they kind of always had the idea of living downtown, but we know what downtown prices are like. Or they had this idea of whatever house their parents lived in, which now is the price of a mansion, right? Regular detached houses in Scarborough, Pickering now are for over $1 million, right? $1 million used to be, oh my God, you have a butler if you have $1 million mansion, right? But it's not like that anymore. So what I like to tell people is really you need to use stepping stones to get to your dream house. So for example, if you want to live in the downtown core, you want a house in the downtown core and you can't afford it right now, I wouldn't say wait until you can afford that house. The way to do that is go buy a house in Oshawa. Live in Oshawa for a couple of years if you can, if you work from home, all things considered. Buy that house for $400,000. And then in a year or two, that house will be worth $600,000. Then maybe you sell that house, move into Ajax or Pickering or Scarborough, right? The closer you get to Toronto, generally speaking, is going to be more expensive. The average Canadian breaks their mortgage every 3.5 years or moves every 3.5 years. So that's really what's happening. No one starts with their dream home. They get their foot in the door, you appreciate with the market, and then you move closer and closer to your goals. So not only is your savings increasing, your income should be going up as you get older as well, but also your house is now in itself making money.
I'll probably present another side to that because as far as, when you talk about house or condo, it depends on why, right? So there's an investment aspect and there's a lifestyle aspect. If it's about lifestyle, the answer is whatever you want, right? Like if it's not, the decision is not just house or condo because there's lots of ways you can invest your money, right? Paying rent, a lot of people say your rent is wasted. But if you're setting that money aside, paying rent, because obviously rent in general is going to be cheaper than a house or condo, so you can do other investments. I would recommend people, if home ownership is your dream and you have some big dream home, I think that the steps that Jerome was talking about will definitely help you get there. There's probably other ways to get there too, but I really, trying to balance financial health with happiness, I would really recommend people live for their lifestyle. If you're the type of person who really enjoys eating out, you really enjoy visiting friends, you really enjoy travel, or maybe just not that concerned with home, you'd rather have a fancy car, then maybe renting for your lifestyle is good for you, but you still going to want to make sure you save your money, right? If you got $0 in the bank account at your end of the day and you're renting, it's not a good scene. If you're owning a home and you have $0 in the bank at the end of the day, it's not great, but at least you're building equity. So regardless, you need something that you invest in your future in. So when people look at home ownership, condo ownership, or renting, there's investments to be done, but I think you really got to think about your lifestyle, what's going to make you happy. Because if you're completely, mortgage broke at the end of the month, you may not necessarily be happy, unless again that's working towards your dreams, like getting your dream home. Because I've seen friends do it too. They move into a house for a couple of years, they it goes up, they move somewhere else, it goes up, they upsize or downsize, take advantage of the market. Not everybody likes moving every 2 years, but it is a way to get to where you want to go. But I would recommend think about the life that you want to live, and is a condo lifestyle part of that? Because it's very different, right? You've got neighbors above you, below you, on the left, on the right. You've got a lot less space, but you're going to be probably somewhere that's a little more happening. Home ownership, a lot more space, great investment. You've got real land, but now you got to take care of a house, right? You got to mow lawn, you got to shovel driveways, you got to fix things around the place. So, think about the life that you want to live and work towards that life.
Now, in the chat,